Before we get started, you will need wire cutters, a 10mm wrench, a tube of grease, and your shadow linear cable. Step 1. Cut small round end of cable off, then pull your cable out of the housing. Then measure up your cable housing to your previous cable. Do not cut attached ferrule end of cable. Note, for use with gyro, cut barrel end of cable. If you didn't have a cable prior to this, then line cable up on your bike and decide what is the best length for you. We recommend that your cable be long enough so that your bars can spin around one full time. We also recommend you use professional cable cutters to cut through cable and housing. Step 2. Grease your cable, then slide the cable back into the housing. Step 3. Insert cable head in your brake lever. Make sure barrel adjuster is open so cable can be guided through and attached ferrule can be inserted. Step 4. Slide cable through cable guide, then attach the extra ferrule that came in the package and insert cable into the rear barrel adjuster. Step 5. Slide cable through cable hanger. Make sure straddle cable is attached to cable hanger. Then pull cable hanger until your brake pads align properly to the rim. Then tighten cable hanger. After you've done this, squeeze brake lever and make sure your brakes are working properly. Cut cable, then crimp end piece. Before we get started, you will need a seat, lean post, 5mm hex head wrench, multi-purpose grease, and a frame. Step 1. Take bolts out of lean guts. Make sure excess nuts stay in top cap. Step 2. Slide the top of the seat guts under the seat railings. Make sure to place your finger under guts so nuts do not fall out. Then put the bottom of your guts on top of the railings. Step 3. Place lean post on guts, then tighten bolts down evenly with 5mm hex head wrench. Step 4. Grease post, then slide into seat tube. Step 5. Tighten seat post clamp with 5mm hex head wrench. Before we get started, you will need a seat, mean post, 5mm hex head wrench, 6mm hex head wrench, and multi-purpose grease, and a frame. Step 1. Take bolts out of bean guts. Step 2. Slide the top of the guts under the seat railings. Then put bottom guts on top of the seat railing. Step 3. Place mean post on guts, then tighten bolts down evenly with 6mm hex head wrench. Step 4. Grease mean post with multi-purpose grease, then slide into seat tube. Step 5. Tighten seat post clamp with 5mm hex head wrench. Before you get started, you will need seat, Umbra post, 5mm Allen wrench, and all-purpose grease. Step 1. Grease your Umbra C-post with all-purpose grease. Step 2. Insert Umbra post into C-tube and tighten your C-post clamp with 5mm Allen wrench. As you can see, the Umbra post uses spring-loaded C. Step 3. Insert seat railings into the Umbra post uses fully adjust. This is the fourth and final step. Once you have adjusted the seat to the desired position, then tighten the side compression bolt with 5mm Allen. The shadow is the shadow.
Hey, this is Ryan, and I'm going to show you how to slam your penumbra seat by flipping your Umbra seat guts from this to this. Step 1, remove the guts from the top of the Umbra post. Step 2, insert the seat guts into the seat railing. Slide the second piece under the seat rail and into place. Step 3, take the bolt assembly of the outer guts and insert into the seat rail. Insert the remaining crowhead side into the seat. And tighten. Next, adjust the angle. You don't want it too steep, and you don't want it too nose down. So pick an angle that you like. Take the Allen wrench and tighten the seat guts. Lastly, install the seat and seat post into the frame of your choice. I prefer to use a 20.5 Sabrosa Pandora frame. I feel that the double-butted top and down tube and the heat-treated dropouts, bottom bracket, and head tube are a great combination. Tighten your seat post. Now you're good to go.